Welcome back to another week on Us Simply. My name's Cody if you didn't know me, and this week our category is Storytime. So I thought, why not tell the story about when everything went wrong and then went wrong and then went even more wrong. One day I wanted to go see my girlfriend Sabrina out in the city, but I mean at the time I was still in high school, so I wasn't able to get the train to go out to the city because I live out in the suburbs, to go out to see her before school was over, of course, because I can't ditch school because, you know, school. Right after the bell rang, I left my class, I got in my car, and I headed straight to the train station. And I looked back, and I only had my wallet on me, which I only keep money in my card. I had no money for parking, which at the time we weren't able to pay for parking online, so you had to either pay the only $1.50 it costed to park for the day, and then we got the rest of the weekend free because it was a Friday, or I had to find somewhere else to park or else they're going to tow me. Instead of going to a store, which I think I actually did, yeah. So I went to multiple stores to see if they give me cash back, and it was only gas stations, and they said, no, we can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, great, what am I supposed to do? So I'm driving around the area where the train station is, and I probably got roughly 40-50 minutes, and I forgot my headphones as well, and I like listening to music, so I was like, alright, well, why don't I find a store with headphones, and maybe, I can get cash back or something, or find something to do. I headed straight to Walgreens, which was probably like a 25-minute, 20-minute walk from where I was, or from where the train station was, to the Walgreens. And I parked my car, and I'm like, oh cool, Walgreens probably got headphones, or maybe I can get cash back. I go into the Walgreens, and I'm looking, and I find these pair of headphones behind the counter and everything, so I have to wait for somebody to come up. And it just so happens that one of my really good friends from high school was working at the time, and he got me the headphones and everything, and he said, oh yeah, no, blah blah blah, these are really good headphones, I have a pair myself. And I'm like, cool. I get the headphones and everything, they're like these little cool wireless ones for like 20 bucks or something. Got them. The idea popped in my head, why pay the $1.50 when I could just park here for the night? And then, I'll probably be back Saturday morning, so who's gonna even notice? So I talked to my buddy, and I'm like, hey, can I park my car here? Is that gonna be a big deal? And he actually said, let me see really quick. He goes in the back, talks to some random people for like 2 minutes, and then he comes out, he's like, yeah, my boss said that you can park your car just right in the front corner so then nobody takes a spot. I'm like, cool. So then my time is getting kind of quicker, so I have probably like 15 minutes, let's say. I don't know. So during the time of me searching for money or somewhere I can get cash back or the headphones, it took roughly that much time, and now I only have like 15 minutes, so the probability of me catching the train from walking was really slim, so I had to get out of there and hurry up and go. So I parked my car, locked my car, make sure I got everything on me. I got my wallet, I got my phone, got my my keys, so that's all I need. And then I got my little backpack full of clothes and stuff. So I started walking, and there's like this little front like patch of lawn or something, and I started walking, and I got like 10 steps in, and my buddy walks to the side. He's like, hey, you're trying to catch a train, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, of course. And he's like, you know what, how about I give you a ride there? I'm going on break anyway. And I'm like, oh, what a coincidence. So we both get into his car, he starts his car up, and we start heading down this back road. It was a little quicker. It was like, we took like the diagonal route instead of just going like in the box. So I'm like, oh cool, we'll make it in no time. So we had to cross over the railroad tracks where we went over to, of course, catch the train. So we cross over the railroad tracks, and we hear this like loud boom as we go over the railroad tracks, and we're thinking, oh, we must have just hit the railroad tracks, and like things were shifting and stuff like that, so it was okay. And then his car, it kind of like, it started rocking almost. It was like do, like it was almost like we had, when they put the lock on your tire when you get a ticket, it kind of felt like we had one of those on, and it was kind of like clicking and clicking and clicking, and we didn't know what it was. And like he's trying to click the brake, and it's getting like harder and harder to click the brake. And then next you know, he's got a flat tire, and we're probably like 2 minutes away. Like we got to this intersection, and we're like 2 minutes away from the train station, and he's got a flat tire in the middle of this intersection, and it's a three-way intersection, so like we got cars honking at us and everything, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I can't accelerate. We're literally like locked into place, like his car locked up. I don't know, the first thing that I did, I just got out of the car, and I like started telling traffic like, hey, go this way, like doing all this and all that in the road and everything. So we got cars going, and it just so happens that one guy, he just started freaking out on us like, hey, get off the road, what are you guys doing blocking the intersection? And then my friend politely said to him, hey, our car's stuck in the middle of the road, why would I keep my car here? the guy decides to drift, literally drift around the turn in his like red Ford truck, drift into a parking spot, get out of the car, and he's like, all right, let me see what's going on. And he like literally in the middle of this intersection just crouches under the car to see like what's going on really quick for us, which was really nice, even though like he just swore at us. Started to look, and he's like, put it in reverse. Put it in reverse. We're like, what? Why would we put it in reverse? He's like, just do it. My friend puts the car in reverse, and boom, the car is unlocked. He puts it back in, he puts it in neutral, and then we roll it. Some other guy got out of the car too. He's like, hey, is everything okay? And we're like, yeah, we're just trying to get this off the road. So we all get in the back, we're pushing the car, and finally we get it parked at this convenience store, I guess. We're sitting there, and the guy's looking, and he's like, oh yeah, something popped out, like a ring of some sort. He knew what he was talking about, but I don't remember what he said. Basically, something like clicked into like the rim and like grinded the rim and everything. So it was gonna be a big fix. I'm just sitting there, and he's like, dude, you only got like a minute or so to catch your train. Like, we hear the train horns like, He's like, just go. So I grab my little backpack, and I feel like I'm in that movie where I'm running away or something. Like, I gotta catch the train or else I'll never get out of this reckless town. So I get my bag and I start running and everything. And I don't know why, I think it's some kind of anxiety or something. So I go to check my pockets really quick to see if I have everything. I pull out my phone and everything, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta pay for the thing. So the train ticket. So I go to grab my wallet's gone. So I'm looking all around me on the floor like, okay, where could be my wallet? Did I drop it? Right here. So I run over there, my train leaves. So I'm like, great. So I stop running and I just start walking over and everything. I'm looking for my wallet, and I try to go back to the car. The doors were locked and everything. So I decided to walk all the way back to Walgreens. And see if I could find my wallet. So I head all the way back to Walgreens. I open up my car and nothing. Well, it's not in my seat, it's not in the trunk, it's not in my bag, nowhere. So I start getting a little more freaked out. I'm checking my bank account, seeing if anybody picked up my credit card, started using it in the matter of like an hour. I go inside Walgreens to see if my friend's there, and they said that he was still on break, and that like he called in the store and about his car and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I was there with them. It sucked. I'm just trying to find my wallet. I get back in my car and I decided to drive all the way back to this convenience store, and I'm like, oh wait, you know what? They probably got a camera or something. Maybe I could actually see if my wallet got in the, or dropped right in front of it, or if it didn't. So I go inside the convenience store and I'm talking to the guy, and I swear to you, this guy, he couldn't talk or something. He just whispered. He was like I could not hear anything he was saying. Like, he was speaking English, you could hear like him say hello, but you couldn't hear the rest of whatever he said. I kept asking him, I'm like, hey, you guys have a camera? Which I saw the screen with the like the 4 camera like thing on like the computer screen. And he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, well, I was here earlier. Do you like recognize me? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I was here earlier. My friend, his car like died in the street. Can I see the camera to see if I dropped my wallet? And there, finally, I convinced this guy, and he's like, yeah, sure. So he does this like fast forward thing. We're looking at it and everything, and I'm like, oh, right there I am. So I'm just sitting there, and you see me going like packing up and about to leave and everything. No wallet. So I'm like, all right, so maybe it's in his car. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm looking at the sidewalk, and next you know what, the tow man comes up. He's starting to strap up his car and everything, and I go up to the tow man and I'm like, hey, my name's Cody. This is my friend's car and everything. I know what happened and everything. I know the kid's name, and I think I left my wallet in the car. And the guy, he was doing his job. He's like, no, I can't let you in the car. It's not your car. I don't know who you are. You could be just about anybody, and you're gonna try to rob this guy or whatever, because he just got orders to pick up the car. And I'm like, well, please, like, I almost got on my knees and begged him. I'm like, look, I'm just missing my wallet. If I find my wallet, I hand it straight to you. You can look at my ID. You'll see the same kid. I promise. I just want to see. And he's like, you got 10 seconds. He opens up the doors, and I'm looking through the whole car. I'm looking under the seat and everything. I go in the back, nothing. I'm like, great. So my wallet's anywhere. And I thanked the guy like 3 times, because that was really nice of him to do that. And I mean, it kind of worried me a little bit, like, oh, this if my car or some random guy could just easily get in if he had a pretty face like mine. Like, alright, cool, so it's not in his car, it's not in my car, it's not in the train station parking lot, it's not anywhere in this destination, so where could it possibly be? So I back to Walgreens to see if my friend's back there, and it just so happened that my friend was there. And I tell him about what's been going on, and he's like, hey, why aren't you back? Because I was supposed to be, you know, in Chicago by now. And I'm like, well, I missed my train because I lost my wallet. And he's like, oh, nice, so the day's going great for everyone. I was talking to him, and I was kind of walking around the store with him to see if I dropped my wallet in the store while I was shopping or something, because I had my wallet then because I paid for the headphones, and nothing. I decided to head back out to my car to see maybe if I dropped it in my car, if I didn't see somewhere. I checked it, nothing, still nothing. So I started to literally just start walking everywhere where I walked. So I'm walking in that little front like patch of grass in front of Walgreens. And right where my friend's car was parked when he picked me up, I looked right on the ground, face open, my wallet just sitting there. So the only thing I could think of is when my friend came outside, I like freaked out and went to go put my wallet back in my pocket, but it missed my pocket and fell onto the ground, and that's what happened. I go back in Walgreens, I tell my friend, hey, I got my wallet, everything's good now, and I tell him about my crazy journey through the town and to see if I could ever find my wallet again. And him and his work buddy, they're laughing at me and everything. They're like, wow, that really sucks. And I was talking to my friend about his car, and I guess it's like $1,000 fix or something, so that really sucked for him. That just so randomly his car broke down and everything when I was in it for the first time. And it was a brand new car too, like he just got it, and something messed up. So I think his insurance or something, or not his insurance, the actual car company will cover it. I haven't talked to him since. Anyway, so I got out of Walgreens and I headed in my car, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna drive to the city. So I drive to the city and I pay about $30 for parking and then $20 for gas. So in the end of all of this crazy shenanigans, just keep change. Always keep your change, or else you're gonna get screwed like how I did. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and you can see all of our channels and all of our social medias in the bottom and the link below. So if you liked any of our videos or if you like our channel, go like it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.